How you doing? I hope you're doing fine. Today I've come in a little bit early. I was supposed to be reporting in, I think, yesterday at night, but of course we didn't come through. But again, still the same, super excited, of course, to be here. Each time I come here, I'm always super, super excited. I always feel bad, coming and then interacting and we talk about different things. But there is something that sometimes I do record these videos when I'm in that mode, yeah. So I just realized right now that I'm doing some of these things that I'm doing a lot of things that are making me really scared. Yeah, there are things that really scare all of us, and when you're doing it, you're really scared. So um, ever since I went like being taking decisions, yeah, in life that are maybe impactful, that add value on me, everything has been a little bit risky, yeah. So I'm doing a lot of risky stuff, yeah. Everything really now scares me. Everyone is supposed to be scared. That is true. It is okay to be scared sometimes, but for some reasons I just felt like maybe sharing this to you, because me, I record or I do my live streams when I'm in that mood. When I'm in that kind of mood, then straight out I just come out and I say out my mood, yeah, just like how I feel at the exact time. So right now I feel a little bit scared. I'm making a lot of scary decisions with my life. They are very scary, by the way. So ever since I decided to stop a 9 to 6 kind of job, and I was like, whatever happens may happen, I'm going to take this decision. So because there is that time in our life when we are supposed to be risking things, yeah. If you're like in your teens, yeah, let me say from 11, not even from 11, when kids from 1 2 3, kids are supposed to be risking, and they risk a lot of things. Kids risk a lot of things because they want to try out something new. So the more they risk out some stuff, the more they get to learn. They get to differentiate between something which is really bad and something which is really good. Because when they risk, touching those fire flames, when they get burnt, then they get to learn that that is not right. Yeah. So it is very good, because the more they risk, the more they get to learn some of these things. So if they don't risk these things, at a given point, they will have to risk them. And the more you risk, the higher probability of you making it or not making it. So me, when I decided to leave my job, yeah, I noticed even yesterday I did another risk, and I'm doing as many risks as possible. So I'm starting to get scared, because this is the time. Me, I feel this could have been the right time when I'm doing everything right. Like maybe I've noticed some of the things and how they are supposed to be working. But now I'm risking. First of all, I risk the first risk that I had in my life was to leave my job. Yeah, leaving my job was the first risk that I took, and that was really very scary. But now I adopted, and I noticed, I can go through it, being unemployed, and I figure out how I can really make money, and how I can really survive with my son. And again, risk number two that I did was to leave the place where I was living to come to a place whereby I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have friends. I didn't have nothing. Again, I risked to come to a new place, new place. So that again really scared me a lot. And now remember, these are the things, you're not supposed to be risking things and doing things afresh, yeah. When you are in your 40s, let me say in your 50s, it is really very scary, because we ought to know that at least in your 20s you would have already gone through that phase. But now when you're doing it at a later stage, it really scares a little bit. So now I moved to a new place, which is also very scary. Number two. Number three, again, I risk the kind of business that I do, because I've been going through my analytics, and I noticed that people love the things that I used to do then. They like them so much that they have more views than the things I do. So now it is kind of a little bit, again, also scaring. Yeah. That the things now that I decided we are supposed to be using English. Yeah, that is really a big drift in my life, that you're not having any income. You left your job. Now that you left your job, still again you're changing the kind of way you used to do things. Basically, I'm moving out from something that used to work. Yeah, I left something that used to work. Yeah, used to work. And this is the point in life whereby, because I'm staying with my son, whatever I do, I'm supposed to be 100% sure of what I'm doing, that it has to basically work. This is not the time. To me, I feel this is not supposed to be the right time for trials, trying out new things. This is the time when you have to do things and you have already proved them and you know they can work. Of course, now what scares me is I know what can work, but I feel like I don't want to stay in that kind of gap of the things. I feel like I want to change it. But remember, most of the people say copy it. As long as it works for someone else, as long as it worked for you, then stick on it. That is right. But now, me, I feel if I stick on what I think is right and I know it is proven and I've seen it work, so I feel like if I depend on that, of course, it's not going to take me on another level that I want. So, given the fact that it works and I tried it and it is really worked, and now I'm not coping, but I'm like, I'm going to try out something new. But remember, I'm at the stage of my life whereby it is a do or die. Yeah, you either go through or you die. So basically, the things I'm trying out right now, which scares me the most, is I have not proved them and I don't know whether they would work. But I'm at a point, you're not employed, you're having your son, you know what really works, but again, you don't want to do what really works because you feel you're going to be stagnant. And again, you're like, I'm going to try out something new. But at the point when you're not supposed to, you imagine you're at the age of 50 and then you decide, you know what, I'm going to leave the current job I've been doing. Let me say you've been a carpenter, and you feel like it has not worked for you. And at 50, I'm giving an example, at 50, now you're changing to technology. Yeah, let me say now you're coming to social media and you've never been on social media. So you already know what carpentry can do for you, or plumbing, or anything. So me, I've done most of the things and I know how they really work. And I'm 100% sure that if I do this and I do this, I can get results. But I feel like if I do that, then I'm going to get to be stagnant. I'm going to be like just like anyone else. But again, I want to try out something new that I have not yet proven that it works. So it scares me. It scares. Yeah. By the time I remove the hours on this platform, BCM, again, I removed hours on another platform. Again, I'm going to remove hours on another platform. It's really scarce because now none of them is earning revenue. Basically, I'm just trying out something to see if it works. But I'm at a point whereby I'm not supposed to experiment. So it really scares me. And as I told you, like most of the times when I do these lives or these live streams, I always record or do the live stream when I'm in that mode. So right now I'm in that mode. Yesterday when I was sleeping, I felt it. I think I woke up like around. I didn't wake up. I didn't sleep until 6 in the morning. Mm? So it was, I think, around 6 in the morning that I slept, but it was at 5 when I woke up and I went outside. I went outside and I stood. I sat outside like for 2 hours. Yeah, from like 4, 5, 6 to 6 in the morning, and I was like, "Am I really making the right decision?" Because I'm risking almost everything. Staying with my son was really risking. Yeah, staying with a 1 year old, and you're like, I'm going to stay with him. I don't know if it will work or not. Yeah, but remember, again, you're jobless. You've left your job. But again, I'm like, I'm going to try it out. But the reason why I came and I felt like telling you so, yeah, is because I'm also going to tell you, like, starting afresh is always okay, but risking everything, because you cannot tell me, let me say you've been in Uganda and you've worked for all, you've got an average living, and then you wake up and you're in your 50s, and now you want to go abroad to start, to look for greener pastures. It is always really very scary. Most of the people say that you rather, it is better if you go abroad when you're younger. The more younger you are, the more easier things could be for you. That is the truth. That's what everyone says. But almost in everything that happens in life, if you do it a little bit younger, you have more experience. You know what really works, you know really what doesn't work. So now, me, I'm changing the narrative, and changing the narrative is really scaring me, because even all my friends have told me, they've told me what really works, and I know what really works because I've done it and it has really worked. Even if I say tomorrow I'm doing it, I know it will work and it will pay off. but it will make me stagnant. It will keep me at a given level, because if you've been doing the same thing for 15 years like me, I feel like 15 years now, that is really long. So I have to try out something new. But I'm trying out something new, which I feel will work. But I'm trying it out at a very critical, yeah, that's the word, critical moment. Yeah. The moment that I'm doing it, it's like it's like when you've been in any sports, yeah, and you know how it works. Let me say you have your format when you're going to play ball, whether you're going to be going for a race or sprint, and you've trained yourself all these years, and you really know what really works. But you feel, because of the new environment you've gone through, you feel like you have to bring in new techniques, but you're doing it at a race, at a competition, and now you're bringing in new techniques. I feel like it is scary to me, but I feel I'm going to do it. And I gave it 1 year. If it fails, then I'll try something else. But to me, I'm not the person who believes in failing. There is nothing in my life that I've done and I've failed at it. I promise you, there is nothing. As long as I put my attention on it and I'm like, that has to really work, it has always worked. So now I feel like it is a very critical moment, because I had given myself a year, of which I've moved, I would say I've moved like 4 months out of the 12 months. But it is really scaring. It is, sometimes I get scared, and it is okay to get scared. But sometimes I sit. Yesterday, I didn't sleep the entire night. Me sleeping, I don't mean that I have gone to bed and I've been on my phone, and maybe dozed off a little, then woke up. If I say I haven't slept, basically I've spent 24 hours minus sleeping. That is how it is. And when I get time and I sleep, I always sleep 6 hours. So if I felt like tired right now and I go to bed, I would sleep 6 hours. So now I'm getting confused. That's why, for the people who are watching and for the people who are in comment, people who will comment, I really want you to tell me what you think about this kind of a thing. It is really scary, but I feel if it works, because this is risking. Yeah, I'm risking everything, and it is too bad that you can risk one thing, but I'm risking everything, and that is really very critical. It is very scary. Very, very scary. You're in a new environment, number one. You quit your job, number two. The things that you used to do, the language that I used to use when we were here, I was using Luganda and it really worked. I'm now using English. Again, for the people who love the interviews I used to do and everything, so now I feel like it is supposed to be me and my son. That is also really scary, because the other one can easily work if we'd go for it. So everything is scary. But it is scary and risky, but there are only two ways, to you can, it is either two ways, yeah, either to lose or to make it. But if I make it, I will just blossom. Yeah, if I make, I will just blossom. If I don't make it, then it will really be bad. But I still, again, don't believe in failing. And as I told you earlier, that I've never, ever in my life done something and I've failed at it. Like, I'm doing something and I've put my mind on it and it fails. Never. Whatever I put my mind on and I'm like, this is where I'm going, it has always worked. So now I feel like I'm taking a lot of risks. I'm risking everything. And it is scary. Everything. I'm risking everything. And if I make it, I'm going to be in the top number one for the people online. Yeah, I'm going to be in the top number one for the people online globally. If I don't make it, then I have to change the style. But to me, I feel like I'll be stagnant. So I'm risking. So risking is the main thing. And where I'm risking it like too much. Basically, it's like I'm into betting. I'm just giving an example. It's like I'm being in betting and I'm having 10 millions. And in those 10 millions I'm having, I have two options. Either to go, I multiply it, I invest it in things that I understand really, or I go, put it up, and I'm like, this team is the one that is supposed to win. And maybe if I put all of it there, 10 millions, and I will get 100 millions in less than a year. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting all my baskets, I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. That is it. I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, and that is risky. But guess what? Everything in life, one thing I've noticed, because me, as long as I get I get the negatives, again I think of the positives, then I try to weigh each one of them. So I'm like, yeah, I'm weighing. So I've put all my eggs in one basket. So what if it works? People who don't take risks and people who don't make it are the people who don't risk, because everything is a risk. Everything in life is a risk. I've kept telling you guys, everything in life is a risk. Yeah. Being born is a risk. Getting a kid, first of all, you to decide to give birth as a lady, or as a man, it is risky. Yeah. You getting into marriage, it is risky. Everything we do in life is basically risk. Being in a relationship is risky, you know but again, if you don't risk, then you don't know whether things would have worked out or things wouldn't have worked out. And again, what really, again, like motivates me is that even life itself is risky. If you don't risk, it's even more risky. Yeah, because you don't know the outcomes of what you would have done. But again, what is so risky and what we all know is that no one is living earth alive. All of us are supposed to die. That is already risky. So taking these risks is really being courageous enough, and you're like, I just don't care what is going to come up. Yeah. And for the people who always don't want to take risks, you can never make it. You can never make it because you've not tried. You rather try and you fail, and then but of course, if you take a risk, you're not going to be where you used to be. At least you will improve a little bit. So now with me, I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, and I get scared because I'm also a human being, given the fact that I try to make myself positive. So this is what scares me the most, that I'm risking everything at the time when I'm not. So this is where I tell the young youths, yeah, when you're still young, make sure you get exposed to a lot of things. Make sure you expose yourself to a lot of things. Try out as much as possible. Try out as many things as possible, so that when you're in your 30s, maybe, yeah, in your mid 30s, you've basically chosen out what you really want in life. You've taken a decision that, what, this is the direction I'm going in. Because now it's like I've been doing farming, and I'm leaving farming, and I'm going into industrialization, and I'm doing that at a point whereby I'm supposed to have already settled and I know what really works. What hurts me the most, or what scares me the most, is I know what really works. That is the truth. I know what really works, and it would work immediately. But I'm like, if I do that, then I'll be stagnant, because you cannot tell me 15 years you're doing the same thing with your life, because you could survive. I feel like I don't want to survive now. I feel like I want to live. And that is something I've always loved, because now if I have more time with my son, I feel like I want to live and I don't want to survive. And because I know how the other thing works, that put me in a survival mode. Yeah. So if it puts me in a survival mode, doing something, you imagine, yeah, you've been doing farming for the longest period of time, but you've been surviving. But now you're in your 50s, and you're like, let me try out industrialization. I don't want to be surviving. I want to live. Now, because I'm with my son, I want to live. And basically, I'm taking risks that I've never taken in my life. I'm taking risks. And this means if you're a younger person of me, it's way better that you risk when you're still young. So now I'm risking things at the time when I'm not supposed to be risking. It is very, very bad. Yeah, it is very bad. But guess what? If it works out, because I don't want whatever I was doing, I was surviving in life. I was surviving. Like, I know I would go do the interviews here, do this here. Yes, I would survive, but I would not be living. And I want to live since I have my son. So since I have my son, now my son is pushing me, even minus telling me, to risk things so that we can live. But if they work, we are going to live. a life and we are not going to be surviving. I don't want to be waking up very early in the morning and I'm supposed to do something. It's a do or die. I feel like I don't want to do that. But am I too late? I would say I'm not too late. I still have some years. But what I'm risking is too much. Yeah? Guys, if you are watching, what I'm risking is my son not having school fees or tuition to school. What I'm risking is us not even having what to eat. That's what I'm risking. I'm risking my son's life, man. Remember, I know what I can do. I know exactly what I can do for us to survive, to be in that survival mode that you can eat, you can go to school, but again, you don't have this space to do the things that you want to do in life. You get the point. Now, I'm like, no, I don't want that. I'm like, okay, whatever happens, happens. Let me risk. And that is the drive we are supposed to be having as young people. So I never used to do these things when I was a little bit younger because I felt that's how things were supposed to be. Not until I got the motivation of my son. That's why it's important to get something that motivates you to do things that you feel that are out of your space. Now I'm doing things that I'm doing things that a normal human beings cannot risk. I'm risking my life and my son's life to the things I'm doing right now, and I'm radical when I'm doing them because I'm like, I want us to live and not to survive. The things I've done for the last 15 years, we've been surviving. We've been surviving for the 15 years. So now I feel like since I'm this age and I'm in my 30s, I don't want to survive. It is really very absurd and really very bad to be in your 40s and you're surviving. You're in your 50s and you're surviving, and you're in your 60s and you're surviving. You're in your 60s and you're still working. So now that I've gotten my son, most of the people, they want to play it safe. Yeah, they want to play it safe when they are having the people they love in their life, and it is them supposed to take care of those people. Because now maybe you're abroad and you're there for greener pastures, and I can leave with the capital I've gotten and I come back to Uganda, or I come back to my home country. And if I go back to my country, then I don't know. If I start up a business, I don't know whether it will work or not. But where I am abroad, I'm very sure I will get a salary. So now you have to choose among the two. Should you come back home and do something that you don't know it will work, or you're not sure whether it will work or not work? But of course, you can stay abroad for greener pastures and you're 100% sure that you're going to get paid at the end of the month. You're 100% sure you're going to get paid. But now you're supposed to choose among the two. So now I'm taking the most riskiest part. The beauty about risking is that in case you risk it and it works, then you're among the 1%. Now, I want to go into the 1%, but I'm risking both my life and my son's life. And I'm risking at a very critical moment whether I should do what I know the best that can work, or I try out something new. But anyway, as I'm talking, then I think of Elon Musk trying, to explore the moon and the space. And they've used these, whatever they call them, those things that go to the moon. And then some of them go and then they explode. They are not yet sure whether, someone can live off, at the space. They are still risking. And now that gives me comfort that, what? No, I can go ahead and I risk. I risk. I'm risking, man. I'm risking, man. And this risking is really scaring me. I also get scared at the things that I'm doing that I couldn't do in my youthful age, The things that I was like, let me try out this, let me leave this. Now, because of my son and because I want to spend a lot of time with him, I'm risking everything. I'm risking and I'm okay with it because I know if it works. For the people who have just joined, this is what I'm talking about. This is what scares me the most. I'm talking about the things that really scare me the most. When I watch it, I'm doing things that really, because I've seen other people I've seen examples. What I really thank the creator, whoever you call him, what I really thank the most about him is that the more we grow older, the more we get exposed. There are things that I looked at when I was still young, and I was like, I don't want to be like that. I told myself when I was still a teenager, when I was still like 11, 12, I told myself that by 35, I would have already retired. By 35, I told myself and I told my sister that 35, I'm going to be retired. So now I've grown up and now I've gotten what is called reality. Reality has hit in. There are things, there are decisions we make, and, we are not being sincere with ourselves. So now, the time when I'm supposed to be playing it safe, then I'm playing it radical. Oh my goodness. Now, that is really scary. So that's what really scares me, that now I'm taking up things that really scare. Because if I know the native language will work, because you see these are the things I risked, yeah? Let me record this so that I can put it on social media, so that I can put it on TikTok and my guys could watch. These are the things I'm risking. First of all, I risked, number one, leaving my job, yeah, which I was 100% sure at the end of the month I'll get salary. So I risked that. So I left my job. That is a very, very, very big risk. At that point, then I took another risk of being with my son, jobless. Remember, that is really very risky. Now, when it comes to my socials, I knew what would work. And I'm like, if I do that, then it's going to make me stagnant. I'm going to be there because I've done the same thing for 15 years and I've been stagnant. I've been there. So if I do it for the next 10 years, again, I'm going to be there. I'm stagnant. So now I'm like, no, let me try out something new. Let's use English. Let's change the kind of content we were doing. But already I know what was making me survive, but I don't want to survive because I have my son. That is risking now. Yeah. I already know what works, but it keeps me in a survival mode. So I'm like, I'm not going that path. So now, again, I risked coming to a new place whereby I don't know anyone, and I'm living there again with my son, no house help, nothing, no support system. I'm risking. It is really scary. I'm risking in everything. So I'm being radical to myself. But I'm like, no, because now God gave us, like, the more you live, the more experience you have with people you have seen. I've seen people do the same thing for the longest. And I've seen, because they were living in a survival mode, and at any one point they didn't go radical, they did not take those hard risks, that the way they were 10 years ago is the same way they are right now. The same way they were 10 years ago is the same way they are right now. Because they fear taking those risks, which are radical and very scary. So now I'm like, no, if I have the opportunity right now, and maybe I can give it a space of 2 years and I see if it works. What if it works? For the people who keep broke for the rest of their lives, yeah, people who keep broke, they always have that what if in their mind. They're like, okay, if I leave my job and I don't want to do a 9 to 6, what if I don't survive? What if it doesn't work out? What if it fails? So the negativity keeps them there, and then they keep safe to that job. But remember, life evolves. Technology evolves. At the end of the day, like it or not, you be cut off your job at a given point. Why? Because now you're out of time. And now you'll start risking. I've seen people who get their pensions, yeah? People who get their pensions when they are 60, 65, yeah? I think 65. Then they give them their pension. It depends on which country you come from. So when you're given your pension, you are not sure. Now you've been maybe doing an office work. Those are white collar jobs. You've been doing it until you're 55, 65. Now you're in your retirement. They are giving you your pension. And now you want to start farming. and you've not been doing farming for the last 65 years. You've never done farming. You're going into a new thing you've never done in your life. That is really risky. You rather invest in something that you've been doing. You get the point? So I've seen people who have gotten scared to try out because of their age. I've seen people on the internet do something new and it works for them. Because now, me, what I was doing for all those years, the working time I've had in the working space and being employed, which is 15 years, I've been surviving. Of course, when I took a risk and I moved out, of course, I lived a little. I lived. So now I'm like, I think this can work. Oh my goodness, from Kenya. Hair Peach from Kenya. What's how you doing, Hair Peach from Kenya? So Hair Peach, that is quite hard. Hair Peach, wow. Hair Peach has a YouTube channel. You know, most of the times when people come here and they have YouTube channels, I always want to go on their channels, yeah, and I give them an applause, yeah. It's always very beautiful. So let me go on your channel, Hair Peach. Yeah, I'm going to go on your channel. Of course, most of the people watch this when the show is done. Most of the people watch again. So big up from Kenya. Let me go. I'm going on your YouTube channel. I want to tell people to go there so that they can subscribe. Yeah, and I'm also going to be subscribing. My channel is having 205,000 subscribers. Yeah, verified, of course. So I'm going to Hair Peach. Yeah. Let me do this. I'm going to Hair Peach YouTube channel, like right now. Hair Peach. Yeah, I'm going on your channel right now, and I'm going to tell people to come and they can subscribe. Yeah, they can subscribe. I always love it when I get new people on this platform because I change the kind of content we were doing. So now I'm doing something new. I'm doing something new. So most of the people were like, no, you cannot do that. That is so scary, man. You keep doing what you are doing. But I felt like, we have to change this. So let's look at this. Yeah, this is Hair Peach. Yeah, Hair Peach, of course, is the number one who has put up a comment. So that's why we are going to be going through your YouTube channel. Yes. This is Hair Peach. Of course, just like how you're seeing it there. Of course, he's having 629 subscribers with 427 videos. He's having 427 videos together with 629 subscribers. Yeah. So I want to be let me subscribe. Yeah, I have subscribed. Yeah, I have subscribed. Yeah, so I have subscribed there. I think you can say it. So now, of course, this is Hair Peach. So whoever comes here and they have an active YouTube channel, we always do this. And I always want to tell people, even those who watch after, to go and also subscribe, yeah, and they follow up with these people. This is called a support system that I always want to do with people, that as long as you do content, I want to create a community of people that when you do, because I can see you do lives. When was the last time you did a live? Let me first see. When was the last time? 6 months ago. No. This is not good, Hair Peach. Hair Peach, you did a live 6 months ago. This is not good. This is not good. Let me enlarge this a little, yeah? Let me enlarge this a little. Look at this, Hair Peach, yeah? Hair Peach, but this time around you were into what? Let me see. You did a live 6 months ago and you were saying, see how I prepare my super kachumbari Kenyan, yeah? Kenyan style, yeah? This is your video. I can say it here. This is your video here, yeah? And now, this is Hair Peach, but I've noticed all your lives, okay? Hair Peach live. Okay, now I've noticed something. We'll go there a little bit later. Hair Peach, then now I can see you here. Do your thing. Again, you uploaded. The last time you uploaded. Oh no, this is bad. No. Hair Peach, you last uploaded. That was you last uploaded 3 weeks ago. No, Hair Peach, this is not beautiful. You're supposed to upload a video at least every day. If you cannot do a live every day, a long form video, then you're supposed to put a videos at least. No, this is not cool, man. Hair pitch, hair pitch, hair pitch. I'll tell you right now what I'm trying to do with myself. This channel was meant. I was in extreme media. I was doing TV, doing extreme celebrity interviews and all that. Everyone you would think of from East Africa, Uganda. I've worked with them. Some of them even abroad. I've worked with all of them. I have videos on this platform. I reached a point in my life, then I was like, I'm supposed to stop with that because Bobby Wine. I like his political, knowledge. So I supported him for 7 years. So when we reached 2026, I was like, I've supported a lot of people. So now I want to create a community of people where we support each other. Yeah. So I changed the whole niche, and I'm like, we are starting afresh. We were using the local language. We told ourselves we are no longer using local language. So it's like I'm starting afresh, yeah. But I know the do's and don'ts of YouTube. No, 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 no. Happy. You're supposed to put in work. You're supposed to put in work because if you're having right now, of course, I added on my subscription, yeah. So if we can go back, of course, by the time by the time I come on the channel, you were having 629 subscribers. 629 subscribers. So I also subscribed. So now you're having 630 subscribers. Help it, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I've gone ahead to subscribe. So you have my subscription there. I'll be watching everything. Let me hit the notification button so that anything you put up, I'll be among some of the first people to be watching. But you're supposed to be a creator. You're supposed to be, I know every day you're working on people, when it comes to hair. So you're supposed to be putting up a video every day if you cannot do it live every day. Because now I've changed 3 times in life, yeah. As I started as a young person, of course, doing life, doing what I was doing on TV, the interviews. I've worked with the Jose Chameleons, the Baby Cool, the Bobby Wines. The interviews are also they are on this platform. I did that for a very long period of time. Then I went, to work with Bobby Wine because I liked his knowledge when it comes to politics. Those were 7 years. So whenever I changed, people thought it was going to be very hard. But when I changed from doing the interviews and celebrity interviews, they were like, I'm done. I'm doomed. We are not going to make it again. Guess what? We did it. And when it came to our lives, we're having 15K people watching. That was the extreme we went. So now we go down with that for 2026. Now I'm doing a landing. Yeah. I'm doing my landing. Yeah. This is like my retirement. Empowering each other. So now I am back in the camera to look at my friends. We've changed the language. We've changed almost basically saying I'll be like this. We are just starting. We just got started. It's like a new channel right now, but it is the same person who's been doing everything. So I know the do's and the don'ts, the principles, and what we're supposed to be following. So at the end of the day, we are building a community. That is my number. Yeah, help it. You can go ahead, help it, and get my contact. That's my WhatsApp number. We could chat up and see what we can do. We want to support each other. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So this is what we're supposed to be doing. So back to what I was telling you. I feel like I'm risking a lot of things at a go. But what keeps me safe, I knew that this time would come and I'll be taking a lot of risks. So now the people who have not taken those risks, I've seen them, go through the same cycle. They reach their 40s, they reach their 50s and their 60s, and they are stagnant. Now being stagnant, that is the thing that I don't like. Because now I stay with my son, I feel like we have to spend a lot of time together. We have to travel. We have to experience life. So if I do what I used to do, that is going to keep me stagnant. So now I'm like, no. Now we are going to try out something new. That is the beauty of you. That is the beauty of you being self-employed. That means you can do what you want whenever you want to do it. Yeah, you do what you want whenever you want to do it. So now I change things and no one is telling me nothing, and I'm like, I'm going that direction and I stick on it. And if I'm good enough, then it will work out. It will definitely work out. So that's why I'm saying it's very, very, very important. Being self-employed is really beautiful because now I'm trying out something new. But if it works, that will be what we call a jackpot. Oh my goodness, jackpot. I would have hit a jackpot because I want to live right now. I don't want to survive. whatever I did for 15 years, yes, I was in a survival mode. But of course, I learned other skills of editing, communicating, relating, the connections, and all that I got. But now, in the phase I am in, now it doesn't allow me to use all these. But of course, the experience is different. That I would not care whether I'm having 4 people, 10 people watching a day. I'm okay with it because I've been there before. I have the roots down there. The foundation is so strong that I am unbreakable. So if I stick on the something and I skip doing the something, it will definitely work out. I'm telling you the truth, it will definitely work out. That's why the last video I did, I was telling people, the last live we did, I think yesterday, I was telling people, open up a YouTube channel. That's very important. Yeah, very, very important. So you have to stick on that and be like, I'm doing this. And when you decide to do it, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. If I can show you the rate at which we are moving, guys, it is crazy. Yeah. Of course, I know what would work better, but that would keep me stagnant. You imagine. I was doing you were doing the something for 15 years. I was doing what I'm doing for fucking 15 years. And I was just surviving. Again, I did something for 7 years. Again, I was surviving. So now it is time for us to leave. Like I can be here and I'm like, guys, I want to go to Kenya. I want to go to Kenya. Yeah, by the way, Hair Peach, if you can, please, I want to get your WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp me. That is my number. The number you're seeing here. This is my WhatsApp number, my personal number. This is my phone, so I always have it here with me. So I'll be getting in touch with you. We support each other because now, me 2026, it's all about supporting each other. I work for the people. Yeah, we supported people when we were starting. Then we supported our country. Now it is us to support us. Yeah. Me and my people. Me, I feel like everyone who watches me, I want to know them. I want to know, what they are doing, how we can support each other, not financially, but, we can support each other like mentally, business wise, you put up your content. That's why I was telling people, like everyone who watches, I feel like you should have a platform where you own social media. Your social media visibility is really that important. So I wanted, like, let's support each other. We support each other. That's what I want for 2026. So that's why after the 15 years, now it is us. We supported our people, our artists, and our important people in the so-called celebrity in our country. Then we supported our country when it comes to the president and the parliament. We supported for 7 years. So now we are back again studying afresh to support us. That is important. That now, you imagine, Hair Peach, I just subscribed. That was a plus because he has not yet made 1,000 subscribers. I don't know for how long he's been on the platform. Let me just go ahead and check. I see how long he's been on the platform, yeah? If I can check really good. He's been on the platform since he joined December 14th. That is 2018, and you've not yet made 1,000 subscribers. I can make a channel right now, and in 3 weeks, 1 month, it will have 1,000 subscribers. We have to support each other here, man. We're supposed to support each other, man. So that's why I put up my WhatsApp number, then I put up my TikTok, and then my YouTube, though I have a couple of them. So we have to support each other. Either WhatsApp me or inbox me on my TikTok, or you can put up, but we get our content so that we can support each other. That's what I want for 2026, because now I stay with my son. But now, back to what scares me the most is I'm risking like too much. But whatever I'm risking, if it works, it is going to be perfect. Because now I would have gotten, I'll be 1% of the people having their visibility online. Why would you use a local language if you want to go international? Really, you're using a local language to go international. It doesn't make sense, really. Use an international language to go international. That's how it works. That's how it works. Use English, Chinese, French, Japanese, English, We cannot use our local language to go international. So if you want to compete internationally, then we are supposed to use an international language. So that is very important. At night will be coming through. I'll make sure at night will be coming through. My son was given homework, crazy homework, to write one. This is his homework. I have his homework here. So he's having his homework, and this is what we are supposed to do. You see, this is the homework. It is having, you're supposed to write a one, a two, you know, writing his name. Crazy. Now writing number nine. Yeah. You see here, writing number nine. So he's supposed to write number nine here. He has like a couple of pages, like 3 pages, yeah, of homework. Very, very, very crazy things. Very, very crazy. So I don't know. These 3 pages, writing a nine, writing his name, how long it would take. I'm a single dad for the people who don't know. So that is his homework. But at 8, 9, 10, at 10, I feel like I want to come back. So this time around, it is all about us supporting each other. So that's why it's very important for you to put up your comment. Pick my WhatsApp number. Immediately, you can tell me, Anderson, I've WhatsApped you. Immediately, I will get your message immediately in real time. And I will go, if it's a voice note, I'll listen to it. If it's worthy all of us listening to it, you can send, by the way, voice notes on that number. Then we can, we can play it here. We have to support each other. Last time, I think when we were starting, we got someone from Zimbabwe, yeah. Then we got someone from China, yeah. Then we've gotten our friend, yeah, from Kenya. So I always want, because if I was using the local language, we wouldn't have gotten people from other countries to work. Because now for all the years, it's been basically us here in the country. So now, because we have to bridge a gap and leave, because we are competing globally, because an iPhone, how do they call them? iPhone Pro Max? Is it? I don't know. I'm not a holder of iPhones. I'm a holder of Samsungs, yeah? So I don't know. But whatever we are having here, we are directly, someone doing hair styling is competing directly with someone in London, in New York, in Johannesburg, in all those other countries, because we are all online. So we don't have any reason why we would fail at what we were doing. So that's why I took these radical decisions that really scare me. And at the same time, I'm like, it will work. It will work. Because why do we have to be in a survival mode? No, we don't have to be in a survival mode. We are supposed to be living. Let's live. So for the people who are just joining, this is the title. Yeah, this is the thumbnail we are having. This is what scares me the most. This is what I'm talking about. It scares, but at the end of the day, it will work. It just depends on your consistency, your discipline, and it will definitely work. I hope you're getting my point. So now, them days when we used to do random things and then we are using the local language, we could not get people like Herr Pete. We could not get them. So now, these radical decisions. Yeah, and by the way, getting money is what basically all of us are working for. But easy come, easy go. Yeah, just like any girl you would get. As easily as you vibed her and she comes in your life, is easily how she will live. So building a foundation is the most important thing. Because now you imagine, we are starting afresh. Yeah, building this, me and my son and you. By the way, we are building this thing, 3 of us. Me, who comes here and I start yapping and talking. Then my son, because it is just the 2 of us, I'm a single dad. Then you, who is watching, that I put up my WhatsApp number here, my TikTok here, so that you can inbox me. We support each other. And if you have social media, you're like, guys, I'm going to come live because of what I need, like 50 people. 50 people for now, 50. That when you do your live, you're having 50 people you're assured of in our WhatsApp group. Yeah, you're assured of 50 people who are going to come and watch immediately when you put it in our WhatsApp group. Something, you put up a video, we will come and support. Something, if you're having something, any merchandise you're selling, you're having the first 50 people who are going to buy from you. That's what I want now. Now I want to be personal and personal with my followers. I used to have the 15K, as I told you, 15K people watching, but none of them knew me because it was kind of faceless. You get the point. Then I supported the people when we were doing interviews and all that. Yes. So we ended also that. So now 2026, I'm like, no, now let's build our community. Let's support each other. I don't want to be this kind of social media whereby you are there, you watch, you follow, they inspire you, they motivate you, but at the end of the day, you cannot talk to them. Me, I want in real time, someone can text me on WhatsApp and it's like, Anderson, I've sent you a text, you go say it. Then immediately I go on my phone and I scroll and I'm like, yo, I have saved you, man, I've gotten your number. Yeah? You get the point. So that's what basically I want. That's what I want. I have a lot of time, man. Me, I dedicated my life, by the way. I dedicated and I threw in towels and I was like, I'm going to be with my son. I'm going to be with my son. I'm supposed to be with my son. So these things of being employed and doing all this stuff that I feel like I don't want. No. I'm not going to be doing that. I was like, I'm going to spend time with my son. Let me retire. I will go for the consequences and the repercussions and the result of whatever will be coming through. So now, it is the same thing that I'm really wishing for you. So what if we build our community? That's what I want to do. We build a community. This is going to be like a support system. We support each other, man. We support each other. That's what basically that I want. That's basically what I want. Let me pin this one here. Let me just pin this one here. So that's what I really, 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 really want. So that's what we are going to be doing. So that's my plan. At exactly, I think it will be at night from 8 to 10, from around 10, okay, from like around 10 at night, 10, 9, yeah, around there. That is East African time. I'll make sure again we come through them, we have a very good conversation. But even you yourself, make sure you prepare yourself, man. Because as long as you're online, it's always very important to build a community. Have your people. So me, that's what basically I want. We build our community. We support each other. That, as long as I'm here and I yap, talk about different things, as long as you also have something to promote. That's why it's very important for you to take my WhatsApp number, WhatsApp me. We build our community. You're having a product you're selling. You're having your social media. We will come support you. Let's support each other. I'm going to come here. We know our people. They are first people. We don't have even to meet physically, but everything gets done online. That's how things are supposed to be done. Building a community. I'll try to come up with some graphics. Yeah, I'll try to come up with some graphics so that I make this so serious for the people who want to build a community with me. Yeah, Luze Andrew Anderson. For the people who want to be in my community, we are going to do a WhatsApp group. So now it's going to be so serious. And I will create that WhatsApp group. Then I'll put it in the comments here for the people with the link, so that when you tap that link, at least you will go directly. Yeah, you will go directly in our WhatsApp group. Then you're supposed to be really intentional. We don't want to be playing around and then sharing things that that don't add value on us. Everything we are doing has to add value on us, because I know everyone here, at least they're above 18. Yeah, so we have to get something that adds value on us, something that adds value mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, when it comes to what you are doing. Because now me, I don't need the Lord, like, yeah. No. I just need my community. I want now a community I want to grow up. I want to grow up with, yeah. I want to grow old with. That is the community that I want. Because now I have my son. So my son will have to take over at a given point. Yeah, he will have to take over at a given point. So now, I will be with you guys. And if I go to Kenya, if I go to Botswana, if I go to London, if I go to New York, if I go to Indonesia, if I go to Jamaica, when we have a community, that is a beautiful thing. Someone having their Airbnbs in Kenya, Tanzania, Botswana, Zimbabwe, South Africa. We have our team that when they travel, they will support our team. Yeah. So that's basically what I want to do for the year 2026. Those are why I decided to bring out my face. And I'm like, now year 2026 and beyond is going to be our year. That's when we are supposed to be doing the things that really make us happy and add value on us. And now we are away from supporting the people that we don't know, and then we support those that we know. People who support us, the same people that we are supposed to be also supporting. I hope you're getting my point, yeah? So that's what we're going to be doing basically. That's what we're going to be doing. So get that WhatsApp number. You can always say hello, hi. I had some numbers, of course, for the people who wanted to be coming through, but I told them when we start doing lives and we are having 20 people watching, that's when we'll start getting those contacts. But I'll make a short video, by the way. I'll make a short video. We'll put it strictly on YouTube. Yeah, strictly on YouTube. We'll put it also on TikTok for the people who are having channels and they are serious with social media, so that we can be supporting each other. We want to build that community. Yeah, we build that community of 50 people. Maximum, we want only 100. 100 people are done with us. So that's why I wanted to get my WhatsApp. We build our support community system and we support each other. You could be like, I'm on TikTok. I do my promotions on TikTok. I do whatever I do and I sell my stuff on TikTok. Then you tell us at what time. Then you send us a link. We all go there to support you. So you see, we don't have to be there physically. We can support each other even when we are not in the same space. You get the point? So that's basically what I wanted us to do. Building a community for the year 2026. Of course, for the people who have just come through, we were talking about something. Of course, what this is what scares me the most. That was the topic, that was the thumbnail, and I was talking about these things, but of course we were talking about the advantages, the disadvantages, and everything in between. So for the people, in case you came in a little bit late, you can go ahead, of course, and watch the video from when it started. Of course, we do 1 hour during the day. At night, it depends on how the mood is. So you can also come in and we are building a support system for the year 2026. You can join us, by the way. You can join us. My WhatsApp number is always there. Yeah, so you can always get it. And we see how we're going to do it. We see how we are going to be doing it. That is my TikTok. That is my WhatsApp number. Let me take you through my TikTok, by the way. So now, since we are almost going to be making an hour, so let me go on my TikTok. Let me go my TikTok. Let me go my TikTok. Let me go my TikTok. Let me hope this one is not having even sound. Let me get these earphones here so that okay, sound is not on. I can see there. So let me show you my TikTok. Yeah, I'm not so very active on TikTok. I'm more on I'm more on I'm more on YouTube, because I want to you cannot specialize in different things at the same time, yeah. So I feel like YouTube, I want us to first get sorted with YouTube. After me getting sorted with YouTube and we are good and we are settled, then we'll also come and now start concentrating on TikTok. So this is my TikTok. Let's go there now. Yeah, so that's my TikTok. Yeah, that is my TikTok. You can see that is it. Of course, it is having let me do it like this. Yeah. So it is having Anderson Luze. Yeah, of course. Now, when you go in, of course, you can see it is having BCM Uganda. Yeah, we are having 717 following. I follow those people because whoever follows me, I try my level base to also be following them. Then we are having followers, yeah, 5,710. Then we are having the likes, they're just 30.8K, yeah, subs. So this is my This is my TikTok channel. Yeah. So this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. So you can go there, follow up, hit that, follow. Then you can inbox me. Yeah, you can always inbox me. It's always very cool and fine. Let me do like this. Yeah. So that is the page really. That is the page really. So this is just a support system. Follow me. Let's follow you everywhere. Follow me. Let's follow you everywhere. So this is my TikTok. As I told you initially, it's not like I'm so there being so serious. I just want to finish sorting out my YouTube. If the YouTubes are fine, then we'll go on to these other platforms. Yeah. Yeah. So this is some of my videos there. Very beautiful videos. If you have time, you'll go there. You'll go there. You'll go there and follow up and then see what really happens that side. During daytime, what I do, we always use an hour. We always use an hour. So that means already I've been here for an hour. Yay! We've been here for an hour. My dream is to do 24 hours. My dream is to do a lot. Yeah, so I'm going to be calling it a wrap. I want to say, guys, thank you very much. For all of you who have come through, the people who have commented, I want to say I love you so much. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. It doesn't matter where you're watching and from. The year 2026 is all about exposing ourselves, us coming out, build a community. Let's do something new. Let's do something beautiful. Let's look at our resolutions that we were thinking of before we came into the year 2026. How far have we gone? How far have we gone with our resolution for the year 2026? If you've not gone that far, of course, we still have time. As long as we have life, there's nothing impossible in life. So if you love the video and you love what we were talking about, you can go ahead and hit the notification button that each time we come through among the first people to be watching, that is very important. Each time we come through, you're watching. Yeah, so everything that we do, you be following. That would be very important. That is in case you love the content. We are not forcing you to be doing this. Of course, this is Luze Andrew Anderson. Until when we catch up, this is BC. I'm Uganda. And of course, our platforms you can check out. That is my WhatsApp and that is my TikTok. Luze Andrew Anderson. You can also search me out on Instagram. I'm also there. Not very active because I just love YouTube. So till when we catch up, I want to say a bless, yeah.